Today was the end of my 6th year. I later heard more about the child who slew the Black Knight. Apparently his father had left before he was even born. I wondered whether the boy simply wanted some sort of memory with his father. By avenging his father's death, he would form an unbreakable link with a man he never had the chance to know. Welcome back to Final Fantasy, the Crystal Chronicles, everybody. We are back in Tippa. I've pretty much finished up Year 6 on my own, recorded some boss battles for you guys, but I felt wrong not showing off going home and the updates and stuff. It just feels so wrong to not show that to you guys. Not really anything new, though. We can, of course, keep getting rainbow grapes from our mom. I'm pretty sure 10 is the maximum amount you can get every year. For anything in terms of fruits or vegetables or whatever it is you might get. Our sister's still going to give us some Bannock, which again I don't really need, and our dad actually can't make us anything, which is a huge bummer, but most of the stuff I don't have the materials for anyways, although I have been doing some research and I am going to be making the Pier Belt, and when I do I will update you guys on that and tell you what materials you need. I did go ahead and I emptied out my bag a little bit off screen, so I'm going to be able to pick some more stuff up starting out in Year 7 here to get the secret item, which is going to be a ruby, another crafting item. And I've kind of mapped it out. I think I'm going to have to do at least 8 years of gameplay of this game to actually get all the boss battles and stuff like that mapped out. But so far we've got some pretty good stats kind of thing going on, which I haven't really shown off. Our family, we're pretty much in the best condition we can with all of them except for our sister, our older sister, and even she's been warming up to us. The last 2 letters have been from her, and those are the first 2 letters we've received from her in the entire game. So even she's warming up to us, which should be really quite awesome. There's a few side quests I want to do, like bringing up this torn up letter to Cecil and the woman in Luda, and I'm kind of starting to finish up the game here. I want to get my strength and my defense over 50 and my magic probably around 45 before I attempt the boss. We've got 60 memories, so we're pretty good in terms of that. Money, we've got plenty of money. We don't have to worry about that for quite some time. The food I haven't really been working on all that much, but you can see pretty much anything we pick up we'll be able to eat and gain some sort of stat boost from it, so that is really quite nice. And I haven't really shown this off yet in the entire game, but there is a huge list of artifacts in this game. I'll just scroll through them. You can see how many artifacts you can get in this game, so we're missing quite a few, but so far the ones I've chosen I think have made my character pretty balanced, and hopefully we can find some really nice ones before I actually go to the final area and kind of like finish off this game for good. So anywho, I also went to Mount Kalanda as my last stage for last year, and I managed to pick up some Kalanda sulfur, so I'm going to give that to Tristan this year, and I think we're going to get a, I want to say 20% discount. So I think that's what we'll do for this video, is kind of leave Tippa, give Tristan that sulfur, and then I'll probably splice in a bunch of other stuff as I go around the world map, maybe making some new equipment and things like that. So we are on the road once again for Year 7, and hopefully I will be finished with this game soon. So let's go ahead and get the heck out of here once again. See if Roland has anything to say to us. And that he does. What are you going to say this year? It is time for you to set out again. Perhaps I worried too much. I will say nothing. You aren't a child anymore. Seek your own horizons. So it looks like Year 7's the last year he actually says something to you, which is kind of interesting. Oh, the runaway scholar. Never mind him. The princess will soon take my memories too and transform them into the crystal's glow. What? Get moving now. Our thoughts will be with you on the road. Okay. Crazy old people, I tell ya. But here we are, Year 7. Woohoo! So I'm gonna go first to go and see Tristan here and give him some sulfur. So if I give him the sulfur, I will then see how much of a discount I get. For example, going to Mount Kalanda cost me $500, but after I give him the sulfur, maybe he'll he'll show me the new price, and we can kind of calculate it from then. Oh, you brought me some Kalanda sulfur, have you? Thank you so much. From now on, I'll let your caravan ride with me for 20% less. So he actually tells you, so 20% less, which is cool. Instead of 500 bucks, Kalanda will take, let's see, 400. So that's not bad. You know, Luda will also be a lot less, things like that. So that's kind of cool. And speaking of Luda, I think we'll actually go to Luda, and we will bring that letter to Luatipa, show that to her, go show it to Cecil, and go to Taida and see, wrap up that side quest. So let's go ahead and do that. It's kind of a shame I'm gonna have to spend like 600 bucks just to show her the letter, because I don't really have any desires to really do anything in Luda. I do see Herdy up there, so maybe we'll talk to him before we go, but anyways. I say, what an old letter you've got there, so just talk to her when you have the letter in your possession. Would you mind showing it to me? No problem. And then she doesn't say anything, but if you talk to her, she'll say, why, could it be? And the next time you come back here, she will not be here. So what you have to do is show her the letter, and she'll head towards Taida, and you do the same with Cecil. So that's given to her. Let's get the mystery item while we're here as well, which is another seed that I don't need. And yeah, Herdy caught my eye, so let's talk to him. The long journeys to collect myrrh are just a trial we must endure. I hope, though, that our bright young travelers will someday be free of this burden. Oh, I don't really know what Herdy's doing here. I wouldn't feel safe being in Luda if I wasn't a Selkie, quite honestly. But, yeah, still have really no desire to be here or go back to Luminari Desert. I still have my mystery element. So, let's go ahead and let's go find Cecil in Mars Pass. And Cecil's just going to be hanging out where he's always hanging out, doing the same old thing, so he's not hard to find or anything like that. Here you go. I see you carry an old letter there. You are a scholar, perhaps? Would you be so good to show me that letter? Sure. Why, I don't believe it. And that's all he's going to say, and if you talk to him, he's going to say the same thing. So just like with Luatipa, we're going to go meet him in Taida, which is what we're going to do right now. Once you've shown it to both of them, they will both disappear to Taida, and I will see you guys when we get over there. Alright, so I am back in Taida. The thing that sucks about this, though, is that I had to go halfway through the stage in order to get to this point, and I don't really plan on doing the stage. But here we are, and you can see they're cuddling. They're by the tree. And unfortunately, they are both dead. I don't really know how they died, but they died in a rather sweet and kind of strange position, I suppose. But we're going to take the letter, and we're going to read it. I guess they probably were an item back in the day, and they kind of were reunited by this letter. After all this time, we can finally be together. No one will ever come between us. So I guess the letter, we'll read the other letter and see what it says. Are you never coming back? You will be back, right? I know you will, so I'm leaving this letter for you with my love. May you find it beneath the shade of this tree. So I guess that letter was an indication that they were going to meet each other under this tree in Taida. And now that they are together, they are in love forever, and nobody will come between them. So yeah, it's kind of a very kind of obscure side quest. You wouldn't really guess that they would have their own side quest, but it is rather interesting and actually really sad. So that concludes that side quest, and that is all for that. I'm gonna get out of Taida, and I'll meet you guys over in Shella. I'm gonna make some new equipment before we end this video. Okay, so before going into Shella, I should mention that I actually got a diary entry after leaving and seeing those guys by the tree, so I suppose I can go ahead and I can read this. They love, they fight, they are two hearts bound together for eternity. Nothing can come between them, and that's all I wrote, but that was basically something that got added to my journal that I thought I would share with you guys. Something small, but worth showing off, and without any further ado, let's go ahead and go into Shella. I do believe I have a mark of Shella in my bag, and if I don't, I'm going to be really upset. Actually, I do, which is a good thing. because this is where you get all your accessories made and things like that, like your belts and things like that. And I do believe I have the correct materials to make the belt I want. I kind of did some research on it, and I haven't got any new equipment made in a while, so it should be this guy here. And of course he can't make it. That's the one thing I want made I can't get made. And I can't make this either because I'm missing a Gigas Claw, which is really a shame because I actually do have the materials to make this pure belt. So I was completely wrong. I'm gonna have to hold off on that. Well, that is a bummer. I'm pretty sure that's the only place in town that actually makes things. Everywhere else is just a bunch of shops. And I've pretty much done everything that I want to do in the history of forever in Shella. Like, I don't have anything else that I want to do. So I'm going to have to find some place that will actually make that for me. And if I have to get rid of it, I'm going to be really, really sad and disappointed. Alright, well, I was wrong. I thought for sure I could get it made here. But that's going to be the end of this video. I don't have any really updates concerning year 7. Those are the only few things I wanted to do. I will probably update you guys again in year 8 after defeating a bunch of, enemies and making the boss battles and things like that into videos. And see you in year 8. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.